Peace, assalamu alaikum, hotel, grand rising, praise God, what's up, what's happening, or whatever it is that you subscribe to. I wasn't gonna do a video, but I'm gonna do it because memories are real and life is short. So I want to highlight my partner Jay. Jay was a good dude. I think he was like 19 when I met him. We worked at Walmart together. We became team leads. We became part of management together, and we had Cap 2. We used to run it real smooth. They called us Super Cap 2. But Jay, he was young. He was manageable. He had good manners. He respected his elders. He wasn't like the average youngsters you see today. I mean, you got some good youngsters, but I'm just highlighting Jay. He wasn't running the streets. He played college basketball in Meridian, Mississippi. He from Gulfport, Mississippi, but he was living in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So we lost a good one the other night. I remember one time I was off work this day, and me and Jay, we had hired a couple of new guys. And one of these guys we hired, he was young, he was hot-headed. He always talked about guns and shooting, and you know what I mean? He was just one of them type of guys, you know, want to be so street and want to be so hood, so gangster. But, you know, Jay wasn't like that. So one day, Jay called me. He was like, man, bro, in here, in here tripping, man. I really want to fight him, but I don't want to lose my job. You know, Jay, he used to take care of his family, man. His dad locked up, so he used to take care of his mom and his little sister. You know, I used to pick him up for work and take him home from work. Like, we ate lunch together. Even outside of work, we linked up. He used to help me do side jobs. You know, I told y'all I do home improvement. And so he was like, I really want to fight. So I'm like, just chill out. Then I heard another manager in the background. Her name was Miss Tasha. I said, just chill out. Don't say nothing to him. And let Miss Tasha handle it. So you can hear the young dude hooping and hollering, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm telling Jay, I'm like, I'm glad I'm off, because if I was there, I would just went on and went in his shit and just suffer the consequences later. You could hear him talking about he gonna come back and he gonna shoot, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. But, you know, Jay, he was real cool. He was real player about it. You know, Jay was real tall. And even though he was cool, I know Jay would have whooped him. Because 9 times out of 10, you got a person who doing all that rah-rah, and they really ain't about that. And then you got a person like Jay, he humble. Like, he the type of person, if you really piss him off, he gonna do it to you. But, man, it's just so crazy, bro. I got a phone call the other day. When was that? Saturday morning. And, you know, me and Jay, we talk damn near every day. Last time I talked to him was Thursday. And so my son mom called me and she was crying. So I'm like, man, God, it's some bad news. So I'm like, what's wrong? And she was like, Jay passed. I'm like, Jay who? Because I got a nephew named Jay too. She was like, Jaden. I'm like, oh, man. So she told me what happened. So he went to a party in his hometown in Gulfport, and he was on his way back to Hattiesburg riding with a friend. And his friend fell asleep and had a wreck, and it threw Jay out the window, man. It's so crazy. You know, I don't understand. Like, life is unfair sometimes. You take a good person like him, had his whole life ahead of him. Jay wasn't but 21. He was 19 when I met him. He might have been 22. Take a young man like that, man. I mean, he was very respectful. He was very responsible. had his whole life ahead of him. And he really was taking Walmart serious. Like, he really wanted to make it his career. And he was on his way of doing that. He loved to work. He loved what he do. Everybody loved him. And, you know, I called around to a few people that everybody that worked with us, you know, everybody was crying, man. I mean, it's so sad. Man, I miss Jay. I miss hearing his voice. Like, I couldn't even sleep last night. You know, me and my wife were talking. My wife knows him too. Like I said, you know, Jay used to come around. And just the thought of not being able to hear his voice or not being able to pull up on him when I go home and visit, it's just crazy, man. So, man, y'all love on y'all people, y'all friends, family, because it can happen any day, anytime, to anybody. They can be here one day, next day they gone. So, long live Jay Drip, man. Jay used to be so clean outside of work. Long live Jay, man. We're gonna miss you, bro. You left an impact on the world. Just being yourself, being a good person that you was. Jay will help anybody. Man, his future was so bright, but you know, that's how God, you know, Allah, or whatever it is that you ascribe to, I mean, that's how life goes sometimes. But even though, you know, his future was bright, like he had he didn't even get a chance to see 25. I can just imagine where he'll be in his life at 25. He didn't have no children. All he did was work. And, you know, take care of his people. And everybody loved Jay. But, you know, sometimes that's how it go, man. One day you here, next day you gone. I know I'm all over the place. But, Jay, you most definitely gonna be missed, bro. You most definitely gonna be missed. And Jay, you know, he looked up to me. And I looked up to him because, you know, for him to be so young, he had a head on his shoulder. You know, I took some of his advice. He took some of mine. You know, we was like brothers. Even though we didn't know each other for a couple of years. You know how you can meet somebody, man, and they just got that energy like, yeah, I rock with bro. And, you know, like I said, his dad locked up, but his dad knew about me. So I'm trying to reach out to his family. I'm like 13 hours away. Trying to reach out to his family so I can get his dad's information so I can write him while he doing his time. Because I know how it is in there, but I can't even imagine what he going through right now. Losing his son like that. I mean, just losing his son, period. But sometimes life unfair. Sometimes we don't understand why certain things happen. But the universe, God, Allah, Jesus, or whatever you ascribe to, you know, I guess they needed him. You know, God needed him with him. If you could pick up what I'm putting down. So yeah, long live Jay, bro. You most definitely gonna be missed, man. You most definitely gonna be missed. I know I've been gone for a while. You know, this situation really, I was telling my wife, like, I really don't even want to record no more videos. But, you know, she was like, nah, you gotta, you know, this might be one of your purposes. So you got to go on and keep going, because, you know, you never know who you can inspire and get them not to go down the same road that you went down. But so I got some videos I'm about to drop. So long live Jay, bro. Peace.